Good, good.
I still have you on my phone as Sergeant. I'm not changing it.
Keep it.
You're
Make it.
retired. Not retired.
Gonna be a civilian 1 more year. So,
Hey, Nadine, July was a big month for PSA2 alumni retiring, huh? Did you see that?
yep, definitely. I saw that.
Four of them out the door.
All right, Nadine, you want to get started?
Sure,
Yes.
sure. Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Nathan Abraham. I'm the president of American Malayali Law Enforcement United. Thank you for coming to the Zoom today. I want to thank uh, Margolis and also Bosch for putting this Smartest Degree program info together for you guys. Actually, Margolis was my one of my cops, and actually Wash was my lieutenant when I was in PSA two. And this is just to bring something that I'm actually doing the program, so I could tell you is a great program. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. I want to thank Neil Narayan from Desi Society, iOS, Manish Sharma's on, and the whole board. Thank you, and also the Philadelphia Asian Law Enforcement. Also, thank you guys. Yale, take it away. It's all yours.
Okay. Obviously, thank you, LT, for arranging this. And as he said, my partner Kevin Walsh was also my lieutenant when I was on the job, is on the Zoom, and he's going to speak briefly right after I finish. I'll take questions at the end. If you have a question, you want to private message me or just put it in the chat. I'll get to all those at the end. And George Misfit from The Key is also on the chat. We have a special partnership with him for a certain amount of credits with discounted pricing, and people who do our program will get discounted pricing on the next promotional course for them. So he's on there if you, any duplicate NYPD Key guys who want to take care of that. And then I know there's probably a lot of NYPD guys on here, but this was also sent to a lot of societies outside the NYPD. So I just wanted to hit a few points before I dive into the presentation. One of the things that we do is we award college credit for academy training. Now, the NYPD has its own independent accreditation, but a lot of other departments do not. So we can review any department's academy curriculum to see how many credits we can award. Many times, even if a department has an articulation agreement with a local community college, we can add credits to that. There were some departments that we came across that had 24 and we felt it was worth 30. There was one that we had that was worth, they were getting 33, we awarded them 39. So that's something we'd be happy to deal with. If anyone is outside of NYPD, reach out and we can discuss that. And another thing that we do is we also, Kevin and I travel and host educational luncheons and or dinners at our expense at union meetings, lodges, departments, that type of stuff. If anyone wants us to come down, we'd be happy to discuss that. And if there's any department that's on the chat that has tuition reimbursement via one of our partner colleges, the SmarterDegree courses are eligible for tuition reimbursement. I'm going to run through the PowerPoint really quick. Should take about 5 minutes, and then we'll take questions at the end. This is just a little bit about myself. When I retired from the job, I got a bunch of degrees when I was on the job, and then moved down to Florida. Was a little bit bored, so I went to law school. And then I realized it's really very hard to go back to school when you're middle-aged, you have kids. If your department has requirements for promotion like the NYPD does, it's very, very hard. And then I remembered, hey, the NYPD had independent accreditation, so I looked into that and I realized the advantage to that type of accreditation is that it gives you the ability to pick the format of how you're going to deliver the courses. Traditional college, you're in person, you got to go Monday or Wednesday. Nowadays with the internet, you go on Zoom and that type of stuff. Our courses are designed to be completely asynchronous, proficiency-based exams, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Sorry about the red squiggly on this PowerPoint. I don't know how that happened. This is just for departments that require degrees like the NYPD. A lot of people also want to get their degrees as they're getting closer to retirement, when they want to go back into the civilian world. For better or worse, it doesn't matter how many years experience somebody has or what rank they had in the NYPD. If you don't have a piece of paper that says a college degree, a lot of jobs is very difficult for people to get. And like I said before, the challenge, everyone's just busy. You have wife, kids, overtime. It's just very difficult. So now I'll talk a little bit more about our courses. Student approaches us, we'll review any credits that the student has, because everyone obviously had an individual path, whether they have any credits, some credits, a mishmash of credits from various different colleges and things like that. And they'll tell us what major they want, and we'll draw out a map for them, a planner that will show them from start to finish how they can do it. You never have to meet with a professor. You never have to meet with other students. The SmarterDegree courses are proficiency-based, meaning what? For the most part, they're multiple choice exams. Open book, open notes. It's adult learning. You need a C or better to pass. So let's assume for argument's sake, a student needs 10 courses, 30 credits, right? They'll log on to our website. They will take the courses. They need a C or better to pass. They're finished. If it take you a day or two to go through a class, let's say Intro to Criminal Justice, you're done. You earned your credit for the course and you move on. You're never interacting with anybody else. It's completely self-paced. That's how students are able to finish much faster than in a traditional college format. Then what we do is we package that all together and we send that to our partner college. SmarterDegree is accredited to give college courses, but we're not a college. So that's why we partner with many, many colleges throughout the country that accept our credits, and the college is the one that awards you the degree. This way it sidesteps any issues, is this in a college or this is not, that type of thing. The degree comes from a fully accredited online university. The way that it works is you take up to 108 credits with SmarterDegree, and then you take 12 credits at the partner university. This one, Dunlopstone University, the one I'm talking about, offers 6-week semesters, and students can take 6 credits and 6 credits for a total of 12, and then they could be done in 3 months. So on average, if a student had, let's say, at least an associate's before they get on the job and they need 60 credits, they can usually within a couple of months finish, the 48 credits from SmarterDegree, then the 12 credits from the university. They can usually finish in 6 months. It could be done even a little faster, but that's a very realistic, normal timeline. The more credits the student has, that number could go down. The less, it can go up. We've never had anybody in our program for more than a year. It's just, there's no reason for it because it's all self-paced. Next, I'll talk a little bit about the way that the college works. When you get to the college, it's still self-paced, but it is a college course. So what you're going to have to do is post on message forums. The professor will have at the beginning of the week a question. You'll have to respond to that question based on the readings of the week. And then 4 or 5 times throughout the week, you just have to log on, spend 5, 7 minutes answering a question, responding to another student's post. If the professor posted on your question or your post, you respond back. Doesn't have to be done at any specific time. The modules open Thursday morning and close Wednesday night. It all just has to be done within that week. And then you have to do short writing assignments. I believe it's about 500 words based on a scenario, depending on your major. If it's a criminal justice major, you're going to do some sort of policing scenario. If you're doing business, it'll be some sort of business scenario. And the criminal justice degree is all taught by retired law enforcement. I teach one of the undergrad courses at the university for criminal justice. Even any other degree, they all know that if it's a smarter student, it's law enforcement or law enforcement adjacent, in the sense of no one's ever going to worry, hey, I got called to go to UNGA the detail and now I'm busy and I didn't submit an assignment. No one's going to get bad grades or anything like that. This is a short video, but no reason for that. I pretty much spoke about the whole thing. I'm going to stop sharing that right now. And then Kev, if you want to speak for a moment or two, and then
Yes.
questions if anybody has. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Walsh. I'm the Senior Operations Manager for SmarterDegree. So what I do is I follow up on any issues with technical, counseling, administrative. I travel to and liaison with the police departments, unions, FOP lodges across the country. I'm basically accessible 24 hours a day. Now, if you call me 3:30 in the morning, am I necessarily going to answer the phone? Probably about a 70% chance. But you'll definitely get a follow-up the next day. Some people have some issues with their courses here and there, just like anywhere else. One difference between us and the college, you can get us on the phone right away, and we could, I'll send it to our tech guy, our finance guy, whoever we have to deal with or rectify it ourselves. My personal mission is to ensure that you have a trustworthy, quality product that benefits all members of law enforcement. Let me review a few things you'll probably already hit on, but to get started, what we do is we request your transcript, official or unofficial, however you can get it to us. We'll analyze it, we'll process it, and we'll give you a time quote to complete, and we'll give you a cost quote. At that point, you take your credits with us. Most guys from NYPD are 60 credits coming on, another 36 from the academy. Sometimes the courses cancel out one another. So on average, we have NYPD guys are in their high 80s, low 90s. You complete those courses with us. We send you to, you can go to any school you want, but we kind of like sending you to two particular schools where we have seamless ironclad agreements and a great history with and liaisons with their registrar's office, Dunlop Stone and Excelsior. If you go to Excelsior, they'll accept 104 credits in. If you go to Dunlop Stone, they'll accept 108. Excelsior will require you to take 16-week or 8-week courses to complete the 16 credits. Dunlop Stone will require you to take 6-week courses. Now, compare that to go into another school. Most schools, as you know, a bachelor's degree is 120 credits. They'll only accept 90 credits inbound. So basically, we're getting you there with the least amount of time in the structured school, and you're completing the bulk of your courses, unless you already have them, and we can give you credit for them, with our product, which is very time efficient and very cost effective. So basically, the courses, the majors you could participate in with us, criminal justice, homeland security, psychology, liberal arts, and business. You want to be electrical engineer, you want to be a master of Western literature, we're not the place for you. We get you the paper so you could get your education incentive pay. And when I mention that, I'm really talking outside of New York. A lot of places offer that. Tuition reimbursement, transition to retirement, and some departments required for promotion, such as NYPD, captain and above. So, in a nutshell, I know there are guys on possibly in some of these fraternities that are DOT. So now the requirement has changed to come onto the job from 60 to 24 credits. We're offering now for guys coming on with no credits, the first 24 credits at an extremely low cost that if you're interested in, it helps the department recruit some people. And obviously there's recruitment and retention problems. So it works out for everybody. On that note, I want to thank Nadine Abraham for putting this together, all the societies, the Indian Society, the NYPD, Port Authority Testing Society, the Mali Law Enforcement Agency, and the Pennsylvania Asian American Society, and all the key folks that are out there. If you have any questions, let's take it to that point right now.
Just one thing I forgot to mention. I know everybody obviously has to get undergrad degrees, and thank you, Kevin, for your words. Everyone has to get undergrad first. We also do have built out 3 master's degrees, a master's in education, a master's in business administration, and a master's in public administration. I see Marilyn just posted about it. I'm glad I brought it up. So the way that will work, the benefit is slightly less just because at the undergrad level, we can do up to 108 credits. Master's degrees are either usually 30 or 36 credits. For all our degrees, students will take 9 of those credits in the format that I've explained, just like at the undergrad level. It'll be a little bit more beefed up because it is a graduate level course, but in the same asynchronous proficiency-based exam, that will transfer into the partner college, DSU, and they can finish their degree there. The MPA is designed to be done in 10 months. The MBA and the Masters of Education, I believe, are 12 months. P had a question. What are the majors covered for masters? Like I said, a master's in education, a master's in business administration, and a master's in public administration. And then before I open up to any questions, we had already done a bunch of key students, so I'm going to ask George if he wants to say anything. I'm assuming he only got good reviews because we're still partners. So George, you have anything?
Thanks for organizing this, Yale, and all the fraternos that are involved. Much appreciated. Just really quick for anybody on here that took the last sergeant, lieutenant, or captain's course with us in 2022 or 2023. If you took the course with us and you were a season ticket holder, you can earn credits for attending that course through SmarterDegree. So reach out to Yale and get that ball rolling, all right? Get those credits. Anybody on here who's a lieutenant looking to get promoted captain, let me backtrack real quick. There's a lot of promotion questions that we get every day. So to become a sergeant, you have to have 3 years as a police officer to take the test and 5 years to become a sergeant. 64 credits. Most of you will have that going through the academy and other experience. To become a lieutenant, you have to have 1 day in rank as a sergeant to take the test and 2 years in rank to become a lieutenant with 96 credits. And the hardest one, not the hardest one, the one most work, captain, 1 day in rank to take the captain exam. And to get promoted captain, 2 years in rank as a lieutenant, and you need a bachelor's degree. Not just a bunch of credits, you need a degree itself, all right? So any lieutenants that are looking to move up, I would jump on it now before the actual captain's course starts. Get in there, get that bachelor's degree working, okay? And like I said when I started, anybody who took that last exam, any one of the last 3 exams, get the credits through SmarterDegree. It's an easy process. It's, like they said, time efficient, cost effective, right? You can't go wrong with them. If you have any promotion questions or anything like that, just throw it in the chat. Thank you, Yale and Kevin.
Perfect. So a few things in the chat. Mario, you went to 2 police academies. As long as we review the curriculum for each, but like Kevin mentioned, you can technically, but a lot of times the training is very similar. And what happens is courses cancel out. Like, for example, like Intro to Criminal Justice is usually a course that every academy covers in the training. So if you went to 2 academies, I can't give you the same credit for the same course twice. Can't get 6 credits for that. If there are courses that were slightly different, yes, then I can. So I put my phone number and my email in the chat. Kevin, put your info also. You can reach out to me or email me the stuff that you have, and I can review it and go through with you directly. So it is possible, but not 100%. The leadership courses at John Jay. I also did those leadership courses. Can you finish your master's within a year? Yes. So if you're doing the MPA, it's designed to be completed in 10 months. But the school is a little bit stickler with accepting transfer credits at the graduate level for students outside of our program. So if you reach out to me, we can have a discussion and I can guide you best on that. And then somebody asked, what schools are we partnered with? I put in the chat the link to the school. It's called Dunlop Stone University. Feel free to check it out. Fully accredited, fully online. The approximate cost. So for the undergrad level, we have a sliding scale. We're much cheaper than everybody else just because of our model. I don't have to pay professors to sit around and write essays and papers how much they hate cops. So we're much cheaper than anybody else. We usually our cap is $300 a credit, but it's almost always less than that. Those are for guys who need like, hey, I only need like 6 credits and stuff like that. So like it's kind of not always necessarily worth our time to do it, but that's only for that. But anyone who needs 20 plus or more will pay 250, 225, 210, 190. It all drops the more a student needs. So I have to review everybody individually before I can give you price codes, but that's the general idea. There's a question, would it allow online classes for education? So the master's in education is completely online. I believe the school is also building out a bachelor's in education, and that's going to be online as well. Both our programs are 100% completely, totally online. And actually, I see that they already built it out. So they actually do also have a bachelor's of education, Maryland. Was that your question about undergrad or graduate?
It was about graduate, but my question was what master's would I need in order to join the master's program? Because I know most of the time they require pre-existing credits in education.
It depends. Oh, so you're talking about for education. I can research that for you. Generally, my understanding for the MPA, there's none. For the MBA, you do have to have, I believe it's like 9 or 12 credits in the undergrad. I think statistics, I think or maybe a research methods. But for education, I don't know. I'll be honest. A lot of cops don't go to that, so I'm not so familiar with it. But if you can privately message me your phone or email, and I can circle back with you tomorrow on that. Do you have your bachelor's already?
Yes, I do. And I'm currently getting my master's in youth studies, so I'm not sure if some of those will be eligible for the education course. But I'll send you my email in the chat so you can reach back to me.
Okay, perfect. Then are there 12 credits through the school additional cost? Yes. So when the student finishes our program and then they go to our partner college, the 12 credits, regardless of the major, the college charges $5,700. That's across the board. It's not going to change regardless of what major you do. So like what Kevin said, for the NYPD guys who are typically in the 80s, 90s, and they really just need, 18 from us, 12 from the partner college, they're usually right under, 10,000. We've never if a student has like nothing, we usually award credits for that. So they might be a little bit more than that, but nobody pays more than, so I would tell you probably 17, 18,000 between the two programs, the max that anybody is going to pay. But that's people who have zero. But our students are not like that because we award credits for that. Another question about master's programs. The MPA and the education is 30, and the MBA, the business administration degree, is 36. The cost for the programs is approximately, depending on which master degree the student is doing, I believe it's between 13.5 and 15.5, depending if you're doing the one that has more credits or not. And that's the price including the SmarterDegree and the college. That's the total price. When I gave out the numbers, I gave the process. If they're no longer law enforcement. So if a student was law enforcement, they can still get the credits for any training that they went through, traffic, NYPD, school safety, any sort of thing like that. They can still get the credits for that, and they're welcome to join our program. Our program works for anybody. We have done children of MOS. They want to get their kids degrees and stuff like that. It's not limited to law enforcement. We market it that way because that's just our background, but it's not limited to that way at all. The advantage that people have who were law enforcement, who had any of that training, is they can get awarded the extra credits for that. So it saves them some time and it saves them some money. But the program is open to everybody, works for anybody.
Yeah, real quickly. The question about costs. You have to consider also, when we give you a quote based on your transcript and what you need to graduate and that curriculum from that particular school, There's no ever any additional fees. There's not an administrative fee, a technical fee. You go to some colleges, you'll look in their directory, and you'll see that they might charge you 400 a credit. By the time they get done with it, and I know I have two kids in college, it'll be 550 or 600 because there's all these add-on fees. Our fees are straight up and transparent, so you never have to worry about that. One other question or statement I want to throw out there. I know we have some members with the Pennsylvania Asian Officers Association. Um, we also go to other union halls, FOPs across the country. We'll host a luncheon and give your people an informative lecture on our seminar on our product. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to leave my number out there, and or whatever. If you're from a small department in Pennsylvania somewhere, you want us to come in and do a half-hour lecture or do a Zoom also with just the members of your union or your department, we're up for that. So I'll leave the information out there for everybody. That's it, Yale.
Perfect. Let me see if there's anything else in the chat here. You're interested in the MBA, you have a bachelor's degree in public administration for the information for the MBA. Okay, so Elvis, can you either PM me the chat, your phone number, and then I'm going to correspond with you. The only requirements for the MBA, like I said earlier, I believe you have to have 9 credits in, I think it's statistics and research methods and maybe one other business. So I can review your transcript and tell you if you meet those requirements. But yeah, please PM me or text me. I put my info in the chat, or email me is the best. This way I have your info and then we can talk one-on-one. Any credits for previous 911 operators? I would have to do research into that. I don't know if we've had any before. I'd have to check the NYPD training curriculum on that. But in my experience, and the NYPD is the only police department that I've come across in the last couple of years that has any sort of independent accreditation. Every other department is like, hey, we rely on this local community college. There's a department that I'm working with now. They used to get 25 or 26 credits, and then the college dropped it to 9. NYPD has its own. And when I say that, I mean they usually accredited everything, school safety and all that type of stuff. So for the 911 operators, I'm fairly certain there's something we'd be able to give them. So now for financial aid can be taken out. So for the SmarterDegree portion, no. The SmarterDegree portion, no. For the Dunlop Stone portion, I believe sometime next year, they recently underwent an ownership change. SmarterDegree acquired a piece of that as well. So like Kevin said, seamless transfer between the college and everything like that. But as a result of that, we had to re-undergo a review for our FAFSA requirements. So like right now, today, the answer is no, but it was just, smoke and mirrors, paperwork nonsense. I think they just wanted to charge us the fees. So by sometime early next year, we expect that to change. Do we assist with grants or scholarships? So a lot of times, sometimes we have people who finish the programs or other unions who like what they've seen and heard and other students that sometimes, they'll give us money, hey, I liked your service. It did well for me. My department had an $8,000 education stipend that I get now because of that, so here's a few $100 to help another student. So depending on when the student starts with us, if there's funds, we make those available to help the student cover the costs. Absolutely.
Just to mention also, though, Excelsior will accept financial aid and
Yes,
or for scholarships. So if they want to go the Excelsior route, which is 16 credits, that's doable.
that is correct. That is correct. Excelsior will absolutely accept it. When do classes semester start? So actually, our next semester actually started today, so it's too late. The next semester starts November 6th. So anybody who's on this chat now, there's plenty of time to us review your transcripts, come up with a plan, tell you what you need, go over pricing, and if you're interested, we can walk you through the process. Absolutely enough time to start at the next semester. And then,
Is that question referring to when does the structured semester start at the
so I'll clarify.
schools,
That's
or
a good point. So if you meant it for the college, the DSU, they start every 6 weeks. The next one happens to be November 6th. Excelsior, as Kevin mentioned, has 8-week semesters and 16-week semesters. So some students have found the 8 weeks to be a little too much for them. Excelsior has different guidelines versus the DSU in terms of, robustness, I'll say. So there are 16-week options, but basically every 6 or 8 weeks between the two colleges, something is starting. The smarter degree portion of the credits, we don't have anything as such as start dates. If I speak to somebody later today or tomorrow, I review their stuff, I go over it with them, and they like it. They just need to give me some information, and by Sunday, Monday, we have them loaded up.
Because when he was talking, it started reminding me of like the
And-
civilians with the fitness potato. That's basically what he's saying. Like, oh, I got this.
Sorry about that. And then they can get started right away. Smarter degree, no start date, no end date, whenever they want. We just need a couple of days processing time. Usually the only delay is students have to find their transcripts and get it to us so we can review it and go over pricing and the degree plan for them. That's usually the only hiccup. I'm happy to hang around if anybody else has any other questions. Nadine, you're doing our program, like you said. You want to tell them how easy it is when Professor Margolis is grading your course?
Yeah, it's definitely a great program. Listen, I was in Excelsior, changed since I am retiring, hopefully next year, I went back in, and great program, like I say, is easy to do, especially though, especially for cops, I know it's hard. I know we have some new guys in here also, so hopefully, they join. And also, Angola's, the Smarter Degree did give the societies, a discount. So if you guys register with them, it's $250 off. I know also Key has discounts for the society members, if I'm not mistaken, right, George?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
You guys need to make sure to tell me, hey, I came from here, I came from there. Because we already had one guy slip through the cracks. Like if you don't tell me you're a Key student, you're from this organization, I can't know. So you got to just tell me. Okay, that's all I got. I'm happy to hang out for a few more minutes in case anybody wants to post a question or ask, but that's what I got. And a few people that did PM me, I will contact you all individually.
Yeah, can I just say something real quick?
Yeah, take it away.
Are there any fraternal NYPD fraternal presidents or board members on and would like for me to come out and speak at a meeting? I would love to. Besides the Key, I'm also the chairman for the board of directors for the Finals Fair Credit Union, so we can you'll let your members know what services we offer. I know we've been to many fraternals already, but I'm not sure exactly who's on here that I've been to and who I have not. So if anybody's having a meeting and they need people to speak, I would love to come out and do a 15-minute presentation. I'll throw my number in the chat. You can text me and we can arrange it.
Hey, George, it's Neil from NYPD Day Society, the president.
What's up, Neil?
What's going on, brother? I'll be reaching out to you shortly. We're planning a general membership meeting coming up in the next few weeks. You've presented at our meetings prior, whether it's under the Key or Finance Credit Union. So, thank you for always being informative towards our membership as well as towards the department. And I know you speak at the academy classes as well now, so thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for the invite.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll hang out for a few more minutes, but if no one else has any questions, that wraps up the presentation.
Thanks, Neil.
Of course.
Speak
Thank
soon.
you, guys.
Take care.
Hi, I have a question. I don't know if you can
Sure.
hear me. I'm outside. It's a little noisy.
I can hear you.
So I was the one that was asking the questions in regards to being the previous 911 operator.
Okay.
So with this program and also the job that I'm working now, I'm a member of CSEA. I'm familiar with Excelsior because I tried to see about looking into some courses with them before. But it seemed like it was going to be more of a lengthier process than my mind could wrap around for now. Do you know if they would couple this with the fact that I'm a CSEA member as well, or you don't know?
Say that question again. Do I think they would cover it? Is that what you said?
No. Like, you see how, like, through this program, it's a discounted rate. We can get done faster.
Right.
My question is, do you think that they will couple this program with the fact that I am a CSEA member, which I also get discounted rates for, together?
Are you referring to the partner college, or are you talking about the
Yeah,
smart?
specifically with Excelsior.
Excelsior has a lot of partners. SmarterDegree is one of their partners. So for the students that go to Excelsior, I think the normal price is around $550 a credit, and for students who come from a partner program, I think it's like $100 cheaper. Don't hold me on that, but I think that's roughly what it is. I don't know if they'll let you like stack discounts.
Right, that's what I was trying to understand. I figured it was probably a long shot, but I guess that.
Yeah, but what I will tell you is one of the reasons why we pivoted away from
Okay.
Excelsior, the main reason I should say, like Kevin mentioned, it used to be Excelsior took until this year 113 credits. The student took 7 credits there, cost about $4,100, and the students were done. What happened? They changed the rules. Now they only take 104. So the student has to take 16 credits there. So a few things happen. Instead of 2 8-week semesters that a student would be able to be finished, now it's 3. So a student would take 6 months to finish instead of 4. And because they're taking 16 credits at Excelsior, the price is approximately around $9,000 now. So that's why we pivoted to this other partner college, which they still take up to 108, which is more than Excelsior, and then the remaining 12, it's still cheaper. So, like Kevin said, we're their partners. If that's the way a student wants to go, if they have, financial aid reasons, because DSU is not set up for that right now, no problem. But it was financial why we steered our students elsewhere, because I want everyone to finish faster and cheaper. And there's no reason to pay extra and spend more months in college than you have to. But yeah, my gut would tell me I don't think they would let you stack partner programs.
Right, probably not. I figured it was a long
Yeah.
shot. Okay,
Janae, can I ask you a question real quick?
so I would just, oh, sure.
Do you have, how many credits do you think you have?
Actually just was looking at it. Hang on one second, because I sent it recently. I was looking into schools a while back. 1 second.
Now, the reason I say that is because we have a special that we're working out with DOT guys that are starting from zero. We'll get them from 0 to 24 at $100 a credit. It's really it's a great program. So that makes them eligible to have enough credits to get into the academy. Now, if we don't, that's all you have to
have a
start
little.
it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm somewhere around like maybe 70 something credits.
Okay, yeah.
Trying to
You would
find
qualify
nothing.
for that then.
Right.
So
Okay.
You're very close to being done. So like let's assume you would have started the next semester in November. You'd be done middle to end of February, maybe the beginning of March, just because I don't have the semester dates next year. So then you would need about 40 credits approximately from SmarterDegree. You could finish that in about a month or two and then do 2 semesters there. You could be done early next year.
Okay, so what are the next steps?
So you can
So I believe
either reach out to me or Kevin, whoever your
that I
preference
have.
is. You can reach out to me or Kevin. Both our email and phone numbers are in the chat. Email one of us your transcripts so we can review it. And then
Okay.
we'll contact you and discuss, hey, what major do you want? This is what you need. This will count, this type of stuff. And then I have to do research for the 911 thing. It's definitely going to be a few. It's not going to be like 36, like what the actual
Right.
academy was.
I would say probably 6.
What?
Okay.
I would say 6 credits probably.
Well, let me ask you, Jay,
If you already have 70
how many
something,
weeks
it
is
could
the
get canceled
911
out.
program?
Training.
Yeah, how many weeks was the training?
Um,
You
I
can give me a
want
ballpark.
I want to say about 3 months, because if I recall correctly, we had the training, then we had they give you a practical for the first part, and then you actually like graduate and all that other stuff. So I believe it was about 3 months, give or take. Don't quote me, but I think it was about 3 months.
Let me see if I can even find it now. Over here, NYPD training. So it was, what was the official title? Police Communication Tech?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, perfect. I can tell you right now. You will get what year did you do it?
This was 2017.
2017. So you would get, so you were course two. Course two, give me a second here. Version two, course one, course two. Kevin, you're almost right on the money. 9.
Wow, okay.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, if you were the years before you was 6, but version, let me just make sure I gave the right info here. 2017 version 1, course 2, version 1. Yeah, it's 9 credit hours. Now, one of the reasons why we have to review the transcripts is I have to make sure they classify these courses in either criminal justice, police administration, public safety, that type of stuff. So I have to make sure it doesn't conflict with any of your existing credits. But assuming it doesn't, then if you had 70, yes, now you would have 79. That's exactly how it would work.
Got it. Actually, yeah. So I looked, I think I'm at 72 credits from the associates, and then it would be the 9 from the 911.
Right. And like I said, though, we have to review it. Like one of the
Of
things, for
course, yeah.
example, we have to make sure there's no duplicates.
Absolutely.
You had to have had at least a C minus or better, and you had to have had the core curriculum. Like I can't even tell you how
Okay.
many times I deal with cops, they wanted to get on the job, so they just went and took weightlifting and tennis and musical theater, which is great. It got you 60 credits, you got on the job, but now you want a degree and you have no English, no math, no natural science, no history,
Got it.
no government. So, so a little nuance. But yes, take me or Kevin, email one of us your transcripts with your contact info,
Okay.
and we'll review it and get back to you.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was a pleasure speaking to you
Of
guys.
course. Have a good night. I'm just
Good
going to
night.
put down everybody's info who private messaged me, and then I'm going to close the Zoom. In the meantime, if anybody has any other questions, feel free to give a shout out. Sandeep, is that my Sandeep who we used to work with? He's shy. He doesn't want to talk. Yes, buddy. Okay, guy. Next time I'm in New York, we're going to meet up. Speak to this one later. Take care, buddy. We'll talk. Okay, so I took down everybody's who PM'd me privately. If anyone put it in the chat, just text me directly or Kevin, and we will all follow up with everybody. Okay, I think I got everything that I needed. If nobody else has any other questions, I'm going to close the Zoom. Once, twice. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated. Kevin, I'll give you a call in a couple of minutes.
Sure. All right.
Everybody, have a great night. Thank you very much.